So I wanted to do a concert vlog, but I was very afraid of running out of space before the concert, so I ended up not doing that at all and decided to just throw something together and talk over the concert videos, I guess. 24 hours before my flight to Atlanta, I ended up not getting any sleep. I was busy worrying about running out of space, so I was trying to clear storage out of my phone for 2 whole days. It got to the point where I was worried about not waking up on time for the actual concert.
Why on Tuesday? I ain't get no sleep. Cause I got up in the middle of the night to pack last minute for the concert. And then a whole day later, I still can't get no sleep, and I'm supposed to get up and go to the venue at 3 a.m. So then I lay down at 9, trying to get a little sleep. But end up laying down for like 2 hours. Then finally fall asleep. I wake up. I'm like, oh no, it's morning time. I forgot to get up. But that's literally just poor light. I'll sleep for like 30 minutes.
So yeah, that was scary. I decided not to go back to sleep. I just got to get myself together and headed straight to the venue, where I waited for iKON the entire day. I got to the venue around 3 a.m. So yeah, I was so surprised I even got through it. Like, it must have been the adrenaline and the excitement that kept me awake. The concert was literally so amazing. I've seen iKON perform before a few times, but this was like my first full concert experience and in barricade. So it was everything to me, but I got to like sing and dance with iKON for like 2.5 hours. I was so hyped, jumping and singing the entire time. One of my favorite hype songs, whether it's being performed or if I'm just like listening to it alone, is Rhythm Ta. So it was exciting seeing the viewers just as hyped as I was and interacting with the fans so closely. And everyone was enjoying themselves and of course like very respectful. My favorite slower songs were Why Why Why, and with a smooth transition into like a movie. It sounds so good live. It's also one of my favorite songs by iKON right now. Young's solo stage was so good. Like, I loved the song and I loved the like watching the performance online, but I had no idea that I would enjoy it as much as I did in person. Like, yeah, I knew it was gonna be good, but like I was like excited times 10 every time I heard him perform live. Like, that's the best way I could describe it. I enjoyed everyone's solo stage as everyone brought like a different vibe, different type of energy. Although Channel didn't have one, like, I'm glad he got to sit and like talk to us. I appreciate the intimate time with iKON. It's more than just them singing for us. We get to just like sit and appreciate existing at the same time in the same place while they talk to us about like their trip to the States and like how it's going. Overall, these were the best concerts I have ever like attended. I was originally supposed to go to 2, but I like snuck my way into 3 and I didn't regret it. I mean, I regret like sleeping in a cold airports before and after the show. But I'm kind of glad seeing iKON came out of it. So after the concert, I had group photo and hi bye. And as someone with social anxiety, I was terrified to meet them. But the first time went by pretty fast, and it was like it went well. I met and spoke to all the boys, and Bobby complimented my hair. I even gave him this bracelet I made at High Bye, as well as Young and Donyuk at the other High Byes. But the second time meeting them, I kind of froze up because it didn't go exactly the way I planned it in my head. Standing next to Bobby was never a part of the plan because I never thought that would happen for some odd reason, but it did, and I froze so bad. As soon as I seen Bobby, I thought, okay, stand behind him and take the picture. And of course, Bobby will turn around and start talking because he's Bobby, and that's what Bobbies do. But when I got up there was no room for me to stand behind him, which kind of made me confused, and I froze up for the first time. The photographer said, on your knees, and I was like, huh? And he said again, on your knees, and I nodded slowly and said, oh. And then Bobby stood up and said, if that's okay with you. Me being me, I said, huh? And he said again, if that's okay with you. And then I nodded again and said, oh. He was letting me know that the knee pose was just like an option if I wanted to, which I thought was so nice of him. After taking the photo, Bobby grabbed my hand, and I assumed he thought I'd stand myself up, but of course I just froze staring at him. The photographer was like, do you need help? So then he proceeded to help me up along with another person who I never saw at all. Like, I have no idea who the other person was that helped me up, all while Bobby was still holding my hand. But of course, that didn't stop me from being frozen, because when Bobby continued to talk to me, he was very nice and could understand me struggling to speak and trying to make me feel comfortable. But just when I turned back to see like what he was saying, the rest of the boys were trying to make me feel comfortable as well, but all they could say was hello. And so while I was looking at Bobby again, all I heard was hello, 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 hello. So then I turned back to see Yoon and Shun looking directly at me.
We're in the middle of. You good? You good? Yeah. Oh, thank you. Thank you. I thought it was dying. Love you. Share careful with your voice. Okay. Save your.
So it was then that I realized I'm probably holding up the line, so I quickly said goodbye to them all and continued walking. One of my regrets is not being able to focus on what Bobby was saying. I literally have no idea what he said to me. So yeah, that pretty much closes out how seeing and meeting iKON went for me.